Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda.
We're the Newcomers. We're coming to you from the Caribbean Sea.
Oh, man. Can you believe that we're doing this? Oh!
We're not in our usual T-shirts, and we're not in our usual dining room. We're on Symphony of the Seas.
Beautiful ship, people. Beautiful ship.
One of the Oasis-class ships, one of the 3 largest ships in the world, I think.
It really is amazing and beautiful. I hope you get a chance to be on this ship someday.
We're not expert cruisers, but this is good. I know this is good. We have some great questions today.
Like, can I start a puppy mill in my village's home?
Yeah, and one we get a lot. What's the best neighborhood?
And will my neighbors like me if I wake them up in the morning?
I'd say the bulk of our questions are about money and about expenses and cost. We have a letter today asking, can you make it in the villages if you make $5,200 a month? I'm a liberal. Will I fit in there?
What is the perfect age to retire to the villages?
All that and more right here today on Mailbag Monday. Hit it, Wally.
Send us your questions, we've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
Don't forget that awesome show, Rock of Ages, is coming to the Savannah Center on February 17th and 18th.
Yeah, hopefully you saw the feature we put on last Saturday. Some really good people and some fantastic entertainers. I'm going to go see it again.
I can't wait. I want to come with you.
We're excited today because we have all the usual good questions. You heard some of them. But we're not going to be giving you the answers. We're here on the ship with 110 of our closest friends. We just met them, and it's been so much fun. They're great people, and they volunteered to come in and answer some of these questions. So we're going to get their viewpoints. We haven't told them what to say.
Nope.
And we're just going to read them the question and see how it goes. Our first question today, what would you say is the perfect age to retire in the villages or even Florida for that matter? That's from Ed and Greta in New York.
I think the perfect age to retire down here is the age when you find that your fulfilled work is completed, but yet you want to find different things to do in your life, and you're still active and want to participate with everybody. You can continue working down here in the villages. I know a number of people have. I personally have retired and just finding new activities that just enjoyable.
And this is from Candy, Coco, Sizzles, Trixie, and Majesty. I think those are dog names.
I think so.
This person says, I love dogs and I raise Labradoodles. I have 3 females and a champion male. Can I keep it going in the villages, or is there a rule about selling puppies? I was thinking about a villa with a fence.
So we live in Citrus Grove. We've been there a year now. This is a very, very dog-friendly community. When we first moved in, all our neighbors moved into the street at the same time, and one of our neighbors asked us, "So what's your dog's name?" I said, "Oh, we don't have a dog." They go, "Well, then I'm not going to remember you." It seems like we're the only ones on the street without a dog, without a pet, but we know everybody on the street. Everybody knows us. It's a very, very friendly community.
Yes.
But it does seem like everybody has dogs around the villages. We even have a dog park right down the street from us. It's heavily used. We see dogs there all the time.
So you can come with 3 dogs, but if one dies, it's really a 2-dog limit. So if you go down to 2, you're supposed to only remain at 2. But we have seen other villagers that do have more than 2 pets, but not recommended.
Martina writes, will I be able to make new friends? Is everybody there already in a group? I don't want to be a third wheel.
So that's a great question. One of the things that we were concerned about when we came down to the villages was making new friends and finding people that we could associate with and get to know real well. And one thing that helped a lot in doing so was our church community, and then fitting right into a church, and that helped a lot because a lot of our church friends live in the villages as well. But the other thing was just in the neighborhood, everybody was new in DeLuna, and so we were able to get together with many of them because they were all looking for friends as well. In fact, Lorna has been pretty active with a group called the Lashak Girls.
Yeah, on our street, it's called the Shack Girls, and they text and say, "Hey, come out and hang out with the Lanai," or they text and say, "Hey, we have this place an hour away. Do you want to go?" And it's people feel that they can go or they don't have to go, and everyone just pitch in. If anyone drives, they pitch in for gas. They go out to lunch. They just love each other, and in fact, our neighbor's watching our dog right now that we haven't had in a long time be able to do that. So we really appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think it's hard to meet anyone in the villages. We came here just for that reason, to make new friends. Just an example, in December, we moved here. In November, we're the new kids on the block and just decided to tour rec areas. We went into the Paradise Rec Center. Shout out to them. We heard laughing, screaming. We thought we'd go over there and look, and we went in and walked into a dart baseball group. They were friendly, welcoming. They just said, "Come on in, join us, try us." And we said, "Well, we'd like to." They let us try out. So it's very easy to meet people here. I think everyone who moves here is doing it for the same reason. They want to meet people, they want to be social, and 98% of the people in the villages you'll find are welcoming, accommodating. Anything you go into, you get welcomed in. Let us show you how to do this. It's marvelous.
Yeah, oh yeah, especially if you are just observing, they'll come up to you and say, if you look like you're interested, they want to welcome you into it. So
I think it's quite easy to make new friends, but it all depends on you. You have to get out and you have to meet people. And yes, there are groups, and yes, you can become part of the group, but it's up to you to go when you're invited.
What's the best neighborhood in the villages?
The best village is the village that you choose. We liked a lot of different villages, and I don't know, when we found the house we did, I just had a gut feeling that it was the place we were supposed to be.
They each have their charm. They have their quirks, the things that make them special, and it becomes personal preference. So, to her point, the best village is the one you choose that checks your boxes.
What I love about Pine Ridge is we don't have pets any longer, but I love the dog park. I love the Sharon Preserve, and I love Moyer Loop as a bike rider. I love being able to just jump on the bike and have a nice loop that you can get on and connects to the multimodal trails, and it's centrally located. The fact I can go to the neighborhood Walmart, I can go have my nails done, I can get gas. I can go have my blood drawn, have my mammogram, all in a quarter mile. That's pretty amazing. And as we get older, that's going to be important that you don't have to go so far.
The proximity is its selling point to us. It gives us, I think, a comfortable location between the different town squares, as well as shopping, the amenities that we so enjoy. Feel fortunate that we have access to. So for us, Pine Ridge was the right place because it had the right home at the time.
We live in Briar Meadow South. It is definitely the best village for us. I just wanted to let people know that north of 466 is actually a really great place. We were warned, we're young, we shouldn't move north, we should move south. And instead, when we pulled up, we were welcomed with open arms. I can't believe how wonderful my neighborhood is. Have weekly dinners. They have just been dragging us all over the place. And they also know the lay of the land. So they tell us where to go, what to do, and how to do it. So it doesn't matter where you live in the villages. We needed to be near the VA, so that's why we needed to be up there, and every villager is going to make your day better.
Sally and Greg from Detroit, Michigan write, "My hubby has a Harley. He rides about 200 or 300 miles a week. Will our neighbors be okay with the noise? And what happens if they're not?
I'm riding 200 or 300 miles a week. She used to ride a lot with me on the Harley. Not so much anymore, but 200 or 300 miles a week. That's 200 or 300 miles is a good day. So doing it in a week's time is no big deal. And as far as the noise, we try and respect the neighbors and keep it down. Back in the day, I had the baffles out and used to make all kinds of racket. I'm done with that, so it's a quieter ride these days.
One car or two? That's the question from the Davis family.
We have chosen to still have 2 cars. We moved down to the Villages about a year and a half ago. We're in a newer area, and so we have a lot of things accessible by golf cart, but not as many things as some folks do up north. For us, I headed one direction a lot of times when he's headed another. So it's worked for us to keep 2 cars and a golf cart.
Yeah, I love the cart for golf. I like to golf, and having the 2 cars for us works. Some folks I know don't. We'd probably like to have another golf cart if we could, but garage won't hold it with all the stuff we brought with us.
We just have 1 car right now, and because we're part-timers, or snowflakes, as you would say, we come down sometimes and just fly in, and we just use the golf cart and do that way. And we have a 2-car garage, 2 single doors, and I can see us having maybe 1 car when we're full-time, and just get 2 golf carts, maybe 1 electric and 1 gas, is to have a different variance.
We live in Charlotte, and we have a garage with 2 stalls, and so we got one side is kind of extended. We came from Michigan. We had 2 cars. We sold 1 car, and we bought a very nice golf cart. So we feel like we can get anywhere we want to with just a golf cart.
Yes, and then in the other side of the car garage, we have room for our golf cart as well as our 2 scooters and bikes, and we have lots of room. So having 1 car is definitely not a problem down here with our golf cart.
Here's that money question. My Social Security hasn't started yet, but I get a pension of about $2,000 a month. My husband has about $3,200 a month. That's a total of about $5,200 a month. We own our home in Pennsylvania, and we should net around $250K when we sell. Can we buy a home and pay our bills on that in the Villages? Anonymous, for my boss's sake. We get those every once in a while.
Yeah, we
People
do.
say, don't print my name. I haven't told them I'm quitting.
Well, Jerry, it kind of depends a little bit. And one thing we found is talking to our realtor, just without a mortgage, probably going to be in the range of $1,000 to $1,100, maybe $1,150 a month in general things. Your amenities fees, electrical, gas, phones, taxes. So at $5,200, there's going to be some room left to either pay the mortgage or to just live life a little fuller, if your house is already purchased.
If your Social Security hadn't started yet and you're looking at, I think, $5,200 a month, and you're going to sell a house for $250,000, you can certainly do that. We're in a similar situation where our Social Security has not started yet. We bought a patio villa that happens to have cost $250,000, and we actually still have a mortgage in Virginia, but we're able to make those payments and cover the amenity fee and all the various additional expenses of home ownership in the Village quite comfortably.
And we do have, we rent it out while we're not in the Villages, so we do have that income coming in from that.
Yeah, that actually helps. We use the Village's hometown property management, and even after we've paid them, the January, February, March rent covers our entire mortgage. But even without that, looking at the numbers, $5,200 a month, and everything was fine. We're good to go. So particularly selling a house for $250K, you can still find homes for that in the Villages.
Might have to look a little bit, but you can find them.
This is from Stan. Jerry and Linda say it's hot there in the summer. Is it really that hot? I looked at the temperatures, and historically it seems like it rarely gets to 100 degrees. It's worse than that in St. Louis.
He's not lying there. I remember we went to a ball game in St. Louis. I thought I was going to die.
It was hot.
Jerry was commenting about the heat in Texas, and I said that it is the heat in Florida, excuse me, and I said that the heat in Texas is much worse. And this past summer, we had 52 days of 100 plus temperatures and did not beat the record, which was 2011, which was 100 or 90?
92. That's the year our son moved into Texas and we followed him. So it's warm, but you adapt. You want to do something, you do it in the morning, taking walks, take your dog out. Middle of the day, you stay in, and in the evening, if you want to do something, that's when you go. So you just avoid the hottest part of the day. The only advantage of that is it's easy to get a tea time at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
When nobody wants to play, but even at 6 in the evening, it is still
it's warm,
really hot.
But
you have to be out by earliest tea times are 7 a.m. in that heat. So it's
you get used to it like anything else.
Well, we don't like heat, so we take our horses and we go to Michigan for the summer. Because if we stayed here, it's too hot to ride, and if we stayed in Michigan, it's too cold to ride in the winter. So this way we can ride year-round. And we have gaited horses, which means we don't bounce. We just kind of glide along. And we love the riding down here. It's amazing. And so we have a farm in Michigan, so we go up and spend the summer at our farm, and we can ride all over the farm, and then we go riding all over Michigan. So it's a wonderful experience.
This is from Marty, and Marty says he voted for Humphrey. I'm a diehard, flower-waving liberal. Can I fit in? I've heard it's hostile territory. Let's see.
Well, we had some concerns when we originally looked at the villages, and we looked at geography and the political arena. We had some concerns about whether we would fit in or not, but we got to do our part to turn Florida purple, so here we are. From Texas, came from another red state.
Yeah.
I would say statistically we're about 30 to 33% Democrats in the villages, believe it or not. And I think although a lot of people have strong political opinions, most people are polite enough to leave them out of dinner conversation.
Yeah, I don't think everyone here is really cares about your political. We're all here for the nice sunshine, the blue skies, the dropping off point for vacations and things like that.
I think overall in the villages, we've met all kinds of different people with all kinds of different opinions and values. But the one thing they do value is friendship, neighborhoods, and supporting each other in spite of any differences they may have.
Yeah, we've all come down here for the sunshine. We're at the latter part of our lives, and we're not here for all the political stuff. We enjoy it here. And I think that anybody here that's from a liberal bent or conservative bent, they can find their place. There are clubs down here that they can join. But we're here just for the vacations and the nice sunshine and blue skies.
I don't think that's really a big issue because nobody really brings up politics. Everybody is really nice. People are just here to have fun. No one really cares what your beliefs are in that respect. Now, maybe if you were to bring it up and start talking about your beliefs, that would be a different situation. But if that's a subject you want to avoid, that's not hard to do at all.
I agree with what my wife said. Everybody's very accepting in the villages, and everybody has their own opinions. And once you get to know people better, you find what their opinions are. But when you meet new people, everybody's very neutral and very accepting of everyone down in the villages. We can't say enough good things about it.
My name is Margot, and this is my husband, Rhett. And we came on this cruise. We left from Cleveland, Ohio, where we're from. We have not moved to the Villages yet, but we're aspiring to move to Villages. And when we left Cleveland to go to Miami, we were supposed to be here in 3.5 hours, but it took 23 hours because we had a lot of flight problems. And in the end, when we got to Miami 23 hours later, at about 1 o'clock in the morning, my luggage was found in a storage room, but my husband's luggage, Rhett's luggage, is still missing. Well, it's not missing. It's in Miami, we found out. And when we return from the cruise, we will hopefully go where it's supposed to be.
The Royal Caribbean was great. They gave me a change of clothing, and they have great laundry service. So the guys are doing my laundry daily. So I didn't have to miss the cruise, and having a great time.
And it's time for shout-outs. Our first shout-out is from Steve and Tammy. They gave us one of the questions today, and they say they have a lifestyle visit scheduled for May, and they can't wait.
This is Mike, Gabby, and Coco. They live in Pine Ridge, and they've been there since 2021. Mike met Linda over at Publix, and then all three of them bumped into us while we were out filming that segment on Linda's bike, which you might have seen on Thursday. She's a long-haired doxie, and now a good friend of Gizmo.
Mike and Sherry came on a lifestyle visit in December, and now they're getting ready to move into a beautiful new home in the village of Richmond. They say it's all our fault, Jerry.
And Chris and Susan, they're standing in front of that famous sign at the sales center. They're from Delray Beach, Florida, and they bought a new home in the Villages. They just moved in about a month ago. Welcome.
Angela and Mason are renting here in the Villages for 5 weeks. They say they love this beautiful community. They sent us a bunch of pics, and it looks like they're having a ball.
Yeah, we met Barbara a little while back. We were down in Sumter Landing, and she saw us, and she came out, and we were happy to pose for a picture with her. She's so friendly and says she can't wait until she's living here in the Villages.
And this is Shelley. She's from Winter Garden, and she says that both she and her husband Randy are looking forward to the day when they can come down and move to the Villages. We met her at the red carpet celebration of Rock of Ages.
Yeah. That's it for shout-outs. Now let's get to our weekly segment, Good versus Bad. Let's do the bad one first.
Okay.
You do the bad one.
All right.
I always do the bad
Here's
ones.
the bad one. Should we mention the name?
Sure.
Okay. This is from Carl. Greedy seniors collecting monthly federal welfare checks and complaining. Sad.
Carl, I never understand people like you. Now, when you get to be old enough to collect Social Security, are you going to turn yours down? And you really think Social Security is a welfare program? You've paid into it, I paid into it, she's paid into it, our whole lives. Why would you call that a welfare program? And please, write in and let us know that you, right now, would like to make a public announcement that you are going to turn yours down. That is, if you've ever worked a day in your life. Let's do the good. I'll do the good. I'm feeling good. Mrs. Osei, you two are rays of sunshine. Thank you for making Mondays not so bad.
Oh, that's special.
Yeah, anytime we can make a day not so bad, we like it. But we're so glad that you guys write in and you send us your comments. Please keep doing that. Our email again is villagesnewcomers@gmail.com. Or you can comment on Facebook if you follow us on Facebook. Now, this little announcement is for my special lady here. On this cruise, we did something really special, didn't we?
Oh, we sure did.
We were having a cocktail party for the cruisers, which is fun, and we got to see and talk with so many people, but I surprised her with a ring, showed a ring.
Yes. We got
Showed the
married.
ring. We got married today.
Not for the first time.
No.
The second time.
This is our 45th anniversary this summer, so we took this great cruise as an opportunity to renew our vows, and we did it. And we also asked a handful of our friends, our good friends here on the cruise, and Some of them bought matching rings just like we did. So we have a little club now where the ladies have a matching heart ring, and we've renewed our vows. You can see some of the pictures there, and it was a good time. We'll probably go into more detail on that when we do a video about this cruise itself.
Yeah. It's time for Viewers of the Week.
Our viewers of the week are the 110 people that traveled with us on this cruise. Here's a group picture. Look at that bunch.
Oh.
And that was taken just after our special moment with our friends here. And we love everybody on this cruise. We've gotten to know a lot of great people, and it's a lot of fun.
Very thankful that they came with us.
Yeah.
And we've enjoyed seeing them on the excursions around the ship. It's been a lot of fun meeting new people.
And they're not all from the villages. They're from all over. We've had a couple of sets of them flying from California.
Right.
We've had them come in from Texas, Massachusetts. It's been great. And we've enjoyed every minute of it. For the first time ever, we're having a remote segment with Gizmo. Gizmo, we miss you, buddy.
Hi, baby.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Are they treating you okay?
They sure are. Mr. Tom and Miss Nancy are great.
I sure miss you.
Yeah, we do.
I miss you, too.
You got any jokes for us today?
I sure do. Why can't you explain a pun to a kleptomaniac? 'Cause they always take things. Literally. They take things. Literally. Oh, boy. They all laughed when I said I wanted to be a comedian. Well, they're not laughing now. Wait. No, they're laughing. They're laughing now. And God said to John, "Come forth, and you shall be granted eternal life." But John came in fifth, and he won a toaster. Thanks, everybody. Keep sending in those great jokes. See you soon, Mom and Dad. Love you!
Good job, Gizzy. As usual, we really appreciate you, buddy, and we'll see you real soon, okay?
Finished it.
That's going to do it for this week's edition of
Mailbag Monday.
We hope you've enjoyed our show today.
If you liked our video today, please press that like and subscribe button and share it with all your friends. Until next time.
See you when you get here.